The FEOTP Project by Jessica Sherman. Thomas Robert Malthus was born on February 14, 1766. He would switch education between home and academy, and he attended the Jesus College and received his English diplomacy and graduated with honors. He got his MA degree in 1791. Some of his accomplishments was writing an essay on population growth. This essay argues about how population multiplies geometrically and food arithmetically, which means the population will eventually outstrip the food supply. One of his quotes was, "The power of population is indefinitely greater than the power in the earth to produce subsistence for man." Some of Malthus' theories and writings. Malthus' theories were obviously surrounded by the economic subject of population. Theory of population pretty much highlight the potential dangers of overpopulation and how our primary resources, such as food or oil or wood, will soon decline. This graph depicts Malthus' theory. The red line represents the population, and the blue line represents the resources, such as food. As you can see, the population is rapidly increasing, while the resources, such as food, are slowly increasing. As time passes on, the population will override resources, and there won't be enough resources to be produced to support all of the population. Next is Milton Friedman. He was born on July 31st, 1912 in New York. He was from a family of recent Jewish immigrants. He attended high school and graduated before his 16th birthday. He attended Regis University and specialized in mathematics and economics. He then chose to go to University of Chicago with a scholarship of economics. His accomplishments were that he was awarded the 1976 Nobel Prize in Economics. One of his quotes are, "Many people want the government to protect the consumer. A much more urgent problem is to protect the consumer from the government." Some of his theories and writings. The Montanari theory is an economic thought to emphasize the role of governments that control the amount of money. It's a view within the Montanari economics that variation in the money supply that has a wide influence on the national output in the short run and the price level over the long run. The Montanari theory is depicted on this graph. The FD helps regulate the economy in the short run. If the S, which is the money supply, was to increase to S1, then the R, which is the interest rate, would decrease. Adam Smith was born on June 5, 1723 in Scotland. He entered the University of Glasgow at the age of 14 and studied moral philosophy. One of Adam Smith's accomplishments was his introduction of the three main concepts that contribute to the development of the free market principle. These three concepts are division of labor, pursuit of self-interest, and freedom of trade. One of his quotes was, "I have never known much good done by those who affected to trade for the public good." Some of his theories and writings. His theory of moral sentiments was the three concepts that we just mentioned. But Adam has a theory of equality. A model therefore extends beyond the individual self and incorporates influence and comparison of other people's situation in forming a comparative view of awareness of equality, which pretty much means like the motivation of an employee. As you can see, this is the equality theory. If a person's motivation into their job, such as time and effort, then the output would be a bonus or benefits for their work. Last is John Keyes. He was a British economist born on June 5, 1883 in the UK. His accomplishments were writing The Consequences of Peace and the General Theory of employment, interests, and money. He is also the creator of the Keynes's economic theory. One of his quotes was, "Capitalism is an outstanding belief that the most wickedest of men will do the most wickedest of things for the greatest good of." One of his theories was obviously the Keynesian economics, which is a view of a short run, especially during a time period of recession, economics output, and is strongly influenced by arrogant demand. This diagram shows the Falsi's policy. The Falsi's policy duty is to increase the arrogant demand. If this is succeeded, then the economy will move from AD1 to AD4, which will put an increase in prices and unemployed people will find employment. Macroeconomic terms are GDP, unemployment, arrogant supply, inflation, and scarcity. The end.